You have $5 billion to spend in the dumbest way possible. How do you spend it? Buy a small shitty apartment in NYC and spend the remaining $10 on an ice cream cone. Build the world's largest ball pit but put it in Kansas. So when the tornadoes hit, it's chaos. Edit, thanks for the gold and silver. Smile. Buy $5 billion worth of fake money. Open a bikini shop in Saudi Arabia. Empty a bay to look for seashells. Call in the media, tell them what you're doing, and then when people show up and the bay is drained, walk out onto the beach. Pick up the first shell you see, before you even get into what used to be the bay, and loudly proclaim this one's perfect. Okay, go ahead and refill it. Then walk away. World's biggest gravel pit and 18 mercenaries to fight to death. Send it to the Nigerian prince that is in need. I launched thousands of tons of glitter into orbit to give Earth a Saturn-like ring. Not thousands of tons, but the USA did send up needle-like metal particles to space during the Cold War to hinder Soviet radio communications. The plan worked to some extent, but it was not satisfactory and the particles started to fall back to the Earth after some time. Being as small as they were, most of it did not burn after re-entry and they still can be found in Antarctic ice. A cloud of these needle-like particles is still up there though. Edit, some of you pointed out correctly, that the aim of the project was not to hinder Soviet communication but to enhance their own. I feel ashamed of my mistake and now retreat to enjoy my hangover. I take my $5 billion bills and buy 10 billion quarters. Now I have twice as much. This guy maths. 5 billion lotto tickets, all for the same draw, all with the same numbers. You happen to hit, not the jackpot, but 2 numbers. That's a guaranteed $4 on each ticket. You've bankrupted the Powerball, and now have $20 billion. Buy $5 billion worth of Coke and Mentos, pour it into a giant pit and watch what happens. You know how as a kid you sat in the tub and paddled your hands in opposite directions to create a whirlpool with you in the middle? Pay 1 million people $5,000 each to stand in the Hudson, East and Harlem rivers around Manhattan and begin paddling to see what would happen. I'm gonna put a beaded curtain along the entire US-Mexico border. I don't know why, but I read that as breaded curtain. I though that would be a nice way to treat visitors. Hello sir and miss. Welcome to the US. If you're hungry, feel free to munch on the breaded curtain in front of you. Edit, that this is my most upvoted comment is hilarious. Thank you. Go to /r/Wall Street Bets and follow all their recommendations. You are now $10 billion in debt. How do you proceed? In-app purchases. Spending money to get me some of that fake money to change the pixels on my video game character. Wahoo. Buy a $5 million painting, put it on auction. Participate in the auction and bid against yourself. People actually do this to drive up the price. Buy a parking space in NYC. I guess $5 billion would be enough for a down payment. What's the best way to win $1 million at a casino? Start with $5 billion. Richard Branson was once asked what's the fastest way to become a millionaire. His answer was, start as a billionaire and launch an airline. I would buy 1,639,000,000 packs of 1,500 ladybugs from Amazon. Then I would spend the remaining $1 million on releasing them over the Vatican City. Edit, spelling. Get the printing presses, I think we're gonna need another testament. Invest it on rubber ducks. /u/fucks with ducks, set 'em straight please. Step 1, get Willy Wonka to build me a house made out of chocolate. Step 2, house melts. Step 3, get him to build another house in a cold place while I go eat the melted house. Step 4, be poor, but fat. Pay an Oompa Loompa hit squad to take out Grandpa Joe, the damn benefit fraudster. Slurpees. Everybody's getting fucking Slurpees. Brain freeze the planet. We getting blue tongues. We getting red tongues. We's our juice. Yeah, just get 5 from the movie theater. Get it in pennies and then pay off random people's collection debt by driving a dump truck full of pennies to each collection agency. This actually seems like a brilliant way to spend it if you have the time. You're being charitable and majorly wasting the collection agency's time. create a new brand of car. New car brand that only has 3 wheels, 50 horsepower, and is made of cast iron. Buy Reddit. Ban porn on Reddit. Buy 4chan. Ban porn on 4chan. Buy Pornhub. Ban porn on Pornhub. Have zero net worth. Task failed successfully. Give someone $5 billion worth of Reddit silver. Utter the people asking for silver. You're asking the wrong person, cause my wallet is as empty as my head. Hey friend, thanks for silver. WinRAR/paid for WinRAR. Drops millions of dildos from planes over Africa. Edit, so far I only count 30 repsons is referencing Toto. Make it train Reddit gold. Platinum plus it's 5 bill. Literally donate it somewhere to destroy the economy. Mansa Musa has joined the chat. We need a hang glider and a crotchless Uncle Sam costume. And I want the entire field of the largest stadium covered end to end with naked redheads. And I want the stands packed with every man that remotely resembles my father. Buy Neymar and put him on the bench. Buy millions of gold shovels. A swimming pool of dino nuggets. Buy Greenland. Giant dildos attached to drones that will be flown out to all political events. Giant gummy bears, $5 billion worth. Buy 3 textbooks. A pizza party for the CEO of every company on the planet just to let them know how valued they are as an employee. I bet there's one that's allergic to gluten and dairy. As a fan of D, one word, dice. Make an alpaca farm. I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress, that's cruel. Edit, thanks for the silver. That's not enough. Lottery tickets. Make 5 million envelopes with $1,000 in cash in each of them and distribute them to people I cross in the street for the rest of my life. Me, hello. Me with fake mustache, hello. Probably donate to a few streamers. Just buy $5 billion worth of bath water. Give it the guys planning the Area 51 raid. Nah, you don't just give it to them. You set up training camps all over the country. Anyone who wants to join gets a free bunk, free food, all their regular monthly bills paid until the raid, and world-class training for stamina, strength, and agility. We're also pushing the date of the raid until next year, and telling no one the date. Those Area 51 guards are gonna have their work cut out for them. Dig a hole. EA loot boxes. I would start a protest and I would pay everyone $500 to skip work and show up for the day. Just see what would happen if the whole of the working class stopped working for a day. Buy a submarine and use it to explore space. Buying a bag of peanut M&Ms at the cinema. I pay down America's national debt. No one will care and our government will blow through it again in days. Top that for a total waste. Days? That would be nice. $5 billion would stop the debt increasing for about 2 hours. Buy a square meter of land in San Francisco. Voluntarily overpay my tax bill. Burn it. Boats and hose. 100-acre catio for shelter cats. Said dumbest way. Buy a duffel bag of fake cocaine that's actually baby aspirin. So one day if I have a baby and he has a headache, I can help with that. Give it to charity. Donate it. Not to charity but to Mr. Beast. I would buy lots and lots of chocolate and a giant room that maintains a temperature that chocolate does not melt in. I would then hire the world's finest artisans of chocolate to craft a forest made entirely out of chocolate. I would then lobby to have it be considered a national park and charge people to go camping there. Gamer girl bath fluids. Give $1 to 5/7 people on the planet. 5 million Apple monitor stands. Edit, my top comment of all time is no longer an office reference on an AskReddit about sex workers. Not sure how I feel about this change. I found a sports team. Where were they? Give it to the government, they'll find the dumbest use for me. Hire every clown available to storm New Zealand and have the world's largest pie fight. Convert it all into 1-cent coins, these do exist, right? Dump them onto the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And GT, they do exist, right? Not in Canada. Spend all of it on fortune cookies. Meth. Buy the rarest dollar and use it in vending machine. Start a sex toy company that only makes sex toys that can't reasonably be used. And GT, start a sex toy company that only makes sex toys that can't reasonably be used. If you're a coward, fixed it. Bath bombs to pour in the ocean and make it bright pink for no reason. I buy 5 billion $1 tacos. Gotta consult Mr. Beast for that. Trump steaks, Trump water, Trump Airlines, Trump University. Oil exploration and extraction will make a ton of money and doom the entire human race and leave me with nowhere to spend it. A few Nokia 3310 to kill intruders. Make a nuke and drop it to wipe out almost 40% of the world's population. This should also be the dumbest way to keep population in control. Loot boxes. Use it to lobby for anti-vax, global warming deniers, oil companies, and private prisons. No love for flat earthers? You fucking Nazi.